Hey guys! I have both lights on me just in case because I forgot to charge my Jeffree Star light last night, which I never do. But anyways, today we are going to be doing another episode of Makeup and Mystery, and we are going to be talking about something I am so excited to talk about, and that is the topic of mermaids because it's really okay. So let's get into it. Are mermaids real? Probably not. We're just being like realistic, probably not. I first became obsessed with the topic of mermaids when the special on Animal Planet called like Are Mermaids Real? I think's what it was called actually, or maybe it was just called Mermaids. I don't know. Came out, and that was so many years ago. I watched it with my mother, and it was so intriguing. But anyways, once watching that, I was younger, so I was like, definitive evidence, this is proof they exist. But in reality, which I didn't know at the time, a lot of it was actually, like, faked, and I'm not even sure if, like, a lot of people actually know that it was fake. There was a lot of it that was faked, but, I mean, this documentary on Animal Planet ended up getting, like, 4 times the views that regular stuff on Animal Planet got. So I don't really blame them for kind of like attaching themselves to the topic of mermaids and rolling with it to get the views. But at the same time, like, I full on believe that this stuff was real. And I'm sure that there were other people out there that were like, yeah, that's totally real. I mean, like, there is a part in the little documentary that states that, like, there was a group of beached whales, and there was a set of boys, 2 boys, that went and, like, were checking it out and stuff like that. And they apparently had arrived before anybody else, and they came across this body, and there's even a cell phone video of it where the body jumps up and starts screaming at the kids. And I'm kind of like, I'm miffed about it a little bit because you don't really know the kids' names, and yes, I understand that that's probably to protect their identities and their families and stuff like that. I completely understand that. But they could have come up with, like, fake names or fake identities. They just say that there's these 2 boys that are said to have found it and have this video of it. And another thing is if this mermaid was on the beach, breached. Why are you looking at me like that, Jackson? Were you a mermaid in a previous life? Am I exposing you? Thank you, Kai. But anyways, if this mermaid was breached with the rest of the whales, then how come only the boys saw it? Wouldn't there have been other people that came by and would have been able to, like, see it eventually? Like, I can't imagine that if it was breached at one point, it can get unbreached by itself. I don't know. And I believe that the evidence of mermaids, the existence of mermaids, would be a gigantic, like, media outlet. Like, paparazzi and shit would be all over that. Because, again, we talk about it a lot when I talk about celebrities. They, paparazzi want the next big scoop because that's where the money comes in. By the way, I'm using obviously my Morphe and Manny palette. I hate this palette. It's just not the kind of quality I like. I love Manny as a person. I love his brand. I am not a fan of Morphe's formula. I want to try their 9 pans. I might grab a couple 9 pans in a few months to try out the formula. But this one is just not it. And I've tried Manny's formula on his Lunar Beauty, and I know Manny is capable of making this, like, beautiful formula. Jesus. So, anyways, back to the topic of mermaids. Like I said, I think it would be, like, a giant social media outlet. I don't actually think that the government would be able to completely contain it. Like, okay, so aliens and stuff like that, like, we know, like, if they exist, the government contained it for the, damn it. Kai's getting into everything. I'm sorry. But anyways, we know that if aliens exist, then we know that the government covered it up because they believed it was for the better of society. Which I believe would be the same thing for mermaids. But I actually think that at the same time, because mermaids are on this planet, it would be a little bit harder to conceal the existence of mermaids than it would be to conceal the existence of aliens. But that is just my personal opinion, and I could always be wrong. I'm wrong about a ton of things. And I told you guys my light was half dead. That sucks, because it is actually quite dark now on this video. Because my LED light isn't that good. But anyways, I'll just work with it. I have other films with it, so I'm gonna have to charge my light. I really hate this eye. This eye always gives me issues with blending. Yes, Kai, that distracts the mans. So basically, the documentary goes around and talks about the theory that we are supposed to have come from like apes, and apparently a splinter of us broke off and went into the ocean and developed like fins, and we're able to somehow adapt to breathing underwater. Don't know how that would have worked, but that is basically what the theory is about. And I don't know how much of that I actually 100% believe. Sorry, I'm just doing a lot and stressing out, and I really need to stop doing that. I am very curious because I feel like people want to be optimistic and open up to the idea of there being mermaids out there. I'm sure like a lot of people actually are, and I'm pretty positive that the Mermaids documentary that Animal Planet ended up airing that did so well, they actually I think did a second one to it. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, please. I always say that if I say something that's not correct, please correct me. We just want to give out the correct information down or out here. I mean, I even feel like I'm very open to the idea of both mermaids and aliens being real. By the way, I'm sorry, I have so much on my mind. I posted my first declutter today. I'm so proud of myself. I got rid of so much makeup. But then I'm gonna be ordering a bunch of makeup tomorrow. So Mama's gonna need to do a declutter again. And I need to be more ruthless, which I'm trying to be. And I even talked about it in the description box, which if you read my description boxes, my descriptions usually aren't very, very long. Just kind of like, usually I pre-film these videos, obviously, because, you know, I'm a mom at work. So usually I pre-film these videos, so typically if something is updated, I am going to update it in the description box. So if you're curious about stuff like that, then just, I mean, always check my description box. I usually am always updating. It's also my parents' anniversary today. So, kind of like doing makeup for my parents' anniversary. Or I might do a makeup I might take this makeup off and do a makeup tutorial for my parents' anniversary party for dinner tonight. I think I'm gonna do that because I love having extra videos. And I've even thought about being a surrogate. So if you are a surrogate, please let me know. Because I've really been contemplating it since having Jackson, about like helping people out who can't have children anymore, or were never able to. I mean, it's just a thought. I'm gonna take Nova, which is my mother's name. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of this formula, but I'm such a fan of Manny. That's honestly one of the reasons I use this palette, is because I'm a fan of Manny, not Morphe. I hate Morphe's formula right now. Like, I hate it. And I have like the 3B little trio before they changed their formula that I love. So I'm not sure if maybe I like the old formula and I hate the new formula. I don't know. But I do know I just don't like this palette, and if it gets... I always make it a point to get rid of one palette from my everyday palette drawer in my declutters. This might be the palette that I get rid of in my next declutter, because all my other palettes I love. And this one, whenever I pull it out to use, I just don't have... like, I don't get excited to use it. Because I know that the formula and the pigmentation is just, like, subpar. And that's just the truth. I mean, but I love it just because it's Manny, and it has, like, the face palettes, and it's marble, and it's Manny's palette. And I love Manny. Manny always makes me laugh. And I've needed to laugh the past few days, so like, if I ever need to laugh, I literally go to Manny's channel. And I love this brown mascara from ColourPop. I'm gonna get Jeffree Star's new mascara probably in May. probably in May. He has a new mascara called Jeffree Star Approved Mascara, and I might even get that lash primer too. I know I want to get that lash curler because I am missing a lash curler in my life now. I've gotten rid of my old lash curler. I don't know, I'm just missing it. And I didn't feel like the Wet n Wild lash curler I used made much of a difference, but now I do. I don't know. My tastes are always changing. I'm always very on and off, I guess. This brush is broken and I love it. I have an emotional connection to it. But I promised myself I would start being better about products I have emotional connections to. You hear Jackson in the background. He's watching Mickey Mouse while Kai is rolling around. So I think I'm going to have to throw this away. Because it's never going to get fixed. I'll just have to find a brush that I love as much as that one, because that is one of my favorite brushes. One of the bad things about having Kai as a son is he likes to destroy things. And unfortunately, he sees mommy playing with these makeup brushes and he wants to be like his mommy and breaks them. Like, he literally will take them and go, poke that. I've never seen a 2-year-old have so much strength. But anyways, I'm curious as to what you guys think. Do you think mermaids are real? If they are, I wonder why they haven't just, like, came up to the surface. Like, what's stopping them? Like, are they afraid of us or something? And there's even, like, a saying that, like, or not a saying, a theory that we came from the ocean, which would explain why we have the webs between our fingers. Like, we have, this is like web. So that would explain why. Although I'm less inclined to believe that. I don't know. I just don't believe it. I mean, I feel like if we had came from the ocean, I don't know. At the same, it's just so hard to prove mermaids are real because the evidence that we have to prove mermaids are real are it's so easily debunked with science. So it's kind of like, you know, to prove something is real, you have to prove it with science. But what happens when your evidence is easily debunked by science, but could also easily be evidence? I don't know. I'm really curious as to what you guys think about mermaids. Did you watch the Animal Planet when it came documentary when it came out? I don't know. Let me know down below because this video is coming to an end. I can't believe it. We made it. Alright, by the way, loving this Catrice Prime and Fine Set and Spray so much more than that Wet n Wild Bloomin' one. So much that I want to do another Catrice order and get the bigger version of this. This is so good. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, so like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Kai's already waving. Bye, guys. Wait, bye-bye. Mickey's on.